It's Saturday, January 18th, 2025. We have a lot of weather to talk about today. First of all, I'm going to show you the most amount of snow models. I'm going to show you the medium amount of snow models, and I'm going to show you the ones that they don't think will get any snow. First, I'm going to show you the models that say that Louisiana will get the most snow. But first, I want to point out one other thing. So as you can go forward into the 19th, that's tomorrow night, you can see that they're saying we'll get a couple inches of snow, and I'll tell you later the differences in the model. But let's just keep going forward into Louisiana, and you can already see that they're around the 21st. You can already see that we're seeing 8 inches of snow, but that builds up a lot faster. We're seeing right over here 12 inches a foot, so some places could get isolated a foot of snow. And then over here they're saying that we'll get 16 inches, which is really rare for over there. And that this over here is right up to the beaches. It's showing that we'll have snow all over the beaches, which is rare. And you can see as we keep going forward, it's just showing almost the whole entire United States will get between now and the 28th. We'll see almost the whole United States will see some sort of snow, except for some areas over here. But everybody in this, most of the United States will see some snow. Now I'm going to show you what Louisiana's safe bet of snow is and everybody else in the United States. So as we go into the 20th, you can see that there's some sort of system here, like 5 inches, some areas, isolated areas of 6 inches or 7. So, but then this is the really big storm that I think is going to cause a lot of snow. You can see that it's starting on the 22nd. You can see that 5 inches in the middle of this area, and it could move south or north. So we don't exactly know what's going to happen yet, but it's pretty close out, so we have a kind of an idea of what's going to happen. And you can see all of this is they're just averaging all this out, so you can see that some of them think that the storm's going to go out here, but then some show that it's going to go over here in this area, which is still rare whatever it does. But you can see that, let's just go all the way into February 3rd. You can see that they don't think they're going to get any more snow, but you can see like almost the average, if we average out the whole United States, most of the United States is going to see at least a dusting of snow. Now I'm going to show you what I think is the least amount of snow, or what the models think is the least amount of snow for us. This is the least, I looked at all the models, and this is the least amount of snow that it's showing for this storm that comes. And so you can see that a big storm builds up here around the 20th. It starts around the 19th. So yeah, tonight it will start. And then you can see that they think this storm is going to produce a lot more snow than the other models did. So for this storm, they think it's going to produce a lot more snow. But let me show you what about this one. So as we're into the 21st, you can already see a little bit building up here. But then look, you can see that this is still a lot of snow for this area. This area hasn't seen 6 inches of snow in a long time. So we could see less snow than this because it will move this way or this way. So you could see a lot less snow, but someone will see some sort of snow unless it moves out in the water. So that is a possibility. So this model is showing that it's all done by the 22nd, and it starts in the 21st. So it's just going to show that not a bunch more, but it is showing that this little area here will get some snow here. So we really don't know exactly where it's going to happen, but there is a lot of high confidence for this particular area. So if it moves farther south, then over here could see snow. If it moves farther north, then no one could see snow. So it's really unpredictable because places like this aren't used to seeing snow, and a lot of things that the models base off is past history. So now I'm going to show the precip type, and you can see that there's a system that builds up a little bit after it comes, and it rides up the coast of Maine, and it dumps a lot of snow on Maine and stuff, and that's why they think that this whole area will get a lot of snow more than other models. And some models think that this system right here will produce snow a little bit earlier, so that will cause us to get a couple inches of snow, but the chances are kind of low on that. The confidence level isn't that high. But this is the storm that produces a bunch of ice and snow. It's not going to produce like over a half an inch, but it's going to produce a lot of ice. You can see that it's already producing a lot of snow around the 21st. A lot of snow around the 21st. And then you can see that it gives Louisiana a lot of snow, and it dumps a lot of snow here. But this is why they think that a lot of other areas aren't going to get a bunch of snow, because it kind of fizzles out and goes off the coast over that way. And so it's just going to produce after that. It's going to be the main thing, a bunch of ice that it produces. And then after that, you can just see it's going to be a really active winter for snow, because you can see there's just always snow just somewhere in the United States. And there's a system that builds up right here. It kind of fizzles out right before it gets it to us and rebuilds up right above us. And if that moves south, it could get us too. But it's far out, so we don't exactly know what happened. So this could turn out to be a really massive snowstorm. We don't exactly know what's going to happen after that. But all I can say is this is going to be a really unusually active winter for us and a lot of other people. Like, you can see this is another example of what we could get. You can see that this is some pretty heavy snow. It just passes faster, so we might not get a lot of snow there. There's no telling what's going to happen, but we just have a really active winter based on what the models say. And another thing we have to talk about is ice. We haven't seen ice here in a long time, so be prepared for ice. There's no exact telling what's going to happen, but some places could see up to a quarter of an inch, so just be prepared for ice. So just be prepared for that snow and ice storm. A lot of places down there aren't used to seeing that much snow and ice, so just be prepared and have a plan. And another thing we have to talk about is severe weather. We have a 2% chance of tornadoes, and we have a 5% chance of winds, just some isolated tornadoes and some gusty winds, so be prepared for that. That's all the weather talk I have for you today. Please subscribe and turn notifications on. That way you don't miss out on any new videos. I'll see you in the next one.